Counsel, when you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, ma'am. Would you mind stating your name, first and last, and spell them for the record?
Kristi Williamson, KristiWilliamson.
Ms. Williamson, do you reside here in the state of Iowa?
I do.
Where do you live?
Osceola.
And do you reside in Osceola with anyone?
My husband.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Are you currently employed?
Yes.
In terms of the length of employment, how long have you been gainfully employed, ma'am?
Since I was 16.
Okay. And do you have any criminal history?
No.
Can you tell the court how you know Kristin Ramsey?
Chrissy and I went to school together. She came in 6th grade.
Okay. And what school did you go to?
Woodward Granger.
And can you tell the court generally what size of class would you have at Woodward Granger?
We had a very small class. I would say 20 to 25.
In a small class like that, I suspect that the circle of friends is all pretty close. Is that fair to say?
Very much so.
Okay. And having a small class size like that, not only do you get to know your classmates as friends, but I suspect you also get to know their family as well. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you know Chrissy's family?
I do.
Can you tell the court a little bit about Chrissy's family?
They're good people. Throughout school, we always did different things. We had slumber parties, that sort of thing. And going over to Chrissy's house was always fun. It felt like home. She had several cats and a dog, Duncan. Her siblings were great. Chris and Julie were great. Good people.
Did you always feel welcome in their home?
Always. It felt like home.
You always felt safe at their home?
Always.
Now, I understand you currently live in Osceola, is that correct?
I do.
And up till Chrissy's time of arrest, she was in Woodward. Is that your understanding?
Right.
Now, you had told the court that you had went to school with Chrissy until graduation. Have you kept in contact with Chrissy at all since graduation?
Through social media, her mom, through town people.
Okay. But while you were in school, would you agree that you knew her through middle school, junior high, and high school, those critical periods where character development and personality development were occurring?
Yes.
Can you tell the court a little bit about Chrissy's character that she exhibited as you knew her and as she developed it through those important developmental years?
She was a sweet person from day one, 6th grade. Very good, caring, compassionate, selfless person. She would do anything for anyone.
Did she have a lot of friends?
She did. Everyone liked her.
She got along with everybody, is that correct?
She did.
What kind of activities would you do with Chrissy while you knew her in school?
School things, of course. I think we were 7th grade basketball cheerleaders. I think we were only 2 at that time. And then in senior year, we were on the competition squad.
Tell the court a little bit about that.
It was a group of 10 girls, and Chrissy was a co-captain. That was probably the funnest 2 years of my life. We did a lot of things for that group. We qualified for a national cheerleading championship in Anaheim, California. We all went, and parents went, my parents went, had a great time, great memories.
Okay. In terms of how she acted outside of school, did you ever see any behavioral problems?
No.
How about in school? Did you observe any behavioral problems?
No.
Was Chrissy a positive person?
Always.
What would you say about her in terms of her compassion?
She was always caring, willing to help, no matter what, no matter who it was. just always there wanting to talk if you needed to talk. She'd make you laugh if you needed to laugh.
Go ahead.
Just a good person.
Did she
genuine.
take any leadership positions at any activities in school?
Right. She was the co-captain of cheerleading. And let's see, that's all I can think of right off the top of my head right at the moment. But a very well-respected person all throughout high school. Everybody wanted to be around her, liked her.
And her reputation through school?
Excellent.
Okay. What was she like in terms of trying to attain popularity? Did you observe anything along those lines?
She didn't try to be popular, she just was, because everybody liked her. She was a good person to be around.
Okay. Did you ever see any evidence of bad character being exhibited by Chrissy?
No.
How was her temperament as you knew her throughout school?
She is probably the most even-tempered person I know. I have never seen this girl be angry, mad, or upset. Ever. Ever.
If I were to ask you, what was the worst thing that you ever saw Chrissy do, what would you say?
Well, traditionally, in high school, as cheerleaders of the football team, we may have TP'd the football players' houses. That is the worst I've ever seen.
Okay. Was Chrissy a helpful person?
Always.
Did she demonstrate empathy for and care about people throughout school?
Yes.
Was she responsible?
Yes.
How so?
Well, she showed up every day for one. She was very loyal. You could count on her. She always did her schoolwork, of course. She was always there for cheerleading practice. Always, you could just depend on her.
Good attendance?
Good attendance.
She was invested in all of her activities?
Yep.
She took everything she did seriously?
Yes.
Okay. You said you knew her family, you spent time with her family. How would you describe her family in terms of their character and their
Very
characters?
similar. Chris and Julie are awesome people, always have been. Very loving family, welcoming again, and well-liked in the community. Very upstanding citizens.
Okay. Now you are aware Chrissy's been charged with the murder in the first degree. Is that right?
I am,
We've talked about that. You've read about that. You're aware of that.
yes.
And even knowing that, you are here to offer your insight and your opinions about Chrissy to the court because you know that we're asking for her bond to be reduced. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Based on the characteristics and the values that you saw Chrissy develop and exhibit during middle school, junior high, and high school, do you think that Chrissy poses any reasonable danger to the community?
No.
Based on the characteristics and the values that you saw Chrissy develop and exhibit through middle school, junior high, and high school, do you feel that she would in any way flee or not show up for her required court appearances?
No.
Okay. I have no other questions, Your Honor.
Cross-examination.
Thank you. Is it Mrs. Williamson, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
We've never met before, correct?
I don't think so.
All right. You live in Osceola currently, is that right?
I do.
And how long have you lived there?
Oh, 23 years.
And what's your employment? What specifically do you do?
I work for the state of Iowa, and I schedule hearings, send out orders, file things.
Do you work for the court system or the clerk's
yes.
office?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Williamson, your day-to-day involvement with the defendant, Kristin Ramsey, was whenever you were much younger. Would that be true?
That is true.
Okay, so middle school would have been like the early to mid 1980s. Would that be right?
Yeah,
And what year did you graduate from high school?
91.
Okay, and would the defendant have been in your class at Woodward
Yes.
So she would have graduated in 91,
Yes.
and then your lives would have separated at that point. Would that be true?
True.
So you didn't have any regular contact with her after 1991. Would that be true?
Just through, the community. My mom still lives there. My sister still lives there. And
So
I still have friends there.
So other people would tell you about things that the defendant might be doing, things of that, correct?
Sure.
She wouldn't have consulted you on large life matters. Would that be true?
No.
So anything that she would have been doing with her business, with real estate, she doesn't consult you about that,
No.
correctly?
No.
You don't have any conversation with her about business dealings, correct?
No.
Or her financial condition?
No.
Nothing along those lines?
No.
Has she ever asked you for a loan or asked you for any money or anything of that nature?
No.
All right. Prior to Kristin Ramsey being charged with murder in the first degree, when would have been the last time you would have had any communication with her?
Probably shortly after graduation, I would presume. I cannot think when the last time was, but I kept track of her. I think we kept track of each other. We just may not have spoke.
So if things would have changed with regard to her demeanor, her personality, things that she would have been involved with, you would not have had any direct knowledge of that, correct?
No.
Are you aware of any drug use that Kristin Ramsey has engaged in?
No.
Anything that would relate to methamphetamine or marijuana?
No.
Would it surprise you if those drugs were in her presence?
Absolutely.
What about firearms? Did you ever see or know Kristin Ramsey to use a firearm?
No.
Would it surprise you if there's information that she had used a firearm in the past?
Yes.
Even if it would have been legally, would that be true?
Yeah, I would be surprised.
Thank you very much. I have no further questions.
Any redirect, counsel?
Just briefly, just so we're clear, the physical distance is why you no longer have any more contact with Chrissy. Is that fair to say?
Correct.
There was no falling out or anything like that?
No. We just live separate lives.
No further questions. Thanks, Judge.
Ms. Williamson, you can return to your chair. Thank you.